Good morning, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. This is take 4. I don't know what's happening. I put a picture of this on my Facebook and told everybody that I had a video of the walkthrough of my autumn waltz, my harvest waltz journal, and I don't know what's happening. Every time I upload it, I wait, it uploads, and I don't know. It's already disappeared twice. I'm going to do it one more time because it is such a beautiful journal and it's such a gorgeous kit. And it's for a friend of mine that I created it for, but also as a design team project for Doreen for Oohlala Vintage Treasures. And she's really pretty, and I've made a lot of her on my channel, and I just wanted you to see it all put together. So I'm going to do this video again, and I'm going to try and upload it. So how y'all doing? I hope you're doing well. I have 3 projects going on. One I'm really excited about. It just came to me, and so I got up at 3:30 this morning and started fussy cutting. And yeah, I've been watching Leslie while she crafts. Well, I've been listening to her. I can't really see her, but yeah, I'm watching her and or listening, and she's just giving me lots of great ideas. So I'm scrolling again, and yeah, so that's what I do. I just got to stop, I just got to get off of social media. So yeah. So anyway, shout out to Jen again. I watched you a little bit again last night, and some of your older videos. I went back actually, I think 4 years. I think it was 4 years. You have so many great ideas. That would be Jen from, oh my goodness. I'll let you know. It's very early in the morning. The sun is just coming up. So anyway, Trace of Sparkle. Jennifer from Trace of Sparkle. Trace of Sparkle. That is her YouTube channel. So visit her. She's got lots of great ideas. Beautiful things. Oh my goodness. So anyway, this is the journal. And this is the topper right here. And I put a little dangle on it. And this journal comes off. It's just a mini journal. And then, oops, over here I have some Twisted Tangles. Donna's Twisted Tangles from Twisted Paper Studios. And I put a button here, and I added a button on this one. These are all embossed. And then here is some Battenberg lace and some more lace. And then this is just the most dainty, very fine crochet doily. And I just thought, oh, she probably had that on her dressing table when she got dressed to go to the Harvest Waltz. My friend here in the journal. I do have stories in my journals and names and what have you. And I know it's quirky, but that's just the way it goes. I get a story or I get a theme in my head, and then I just create around that. So anyway, here is the topper, and it comes off very easily. It's just here on the ribbon and goes like this. And she can take it off if she wants. It's not attached. I mean, it is with the ribbon. And then it's secured by some Battenberg lace back here, and she can actually take this whole ribbon off if she wanted to. So yeah, so that's it. And this, I collaged the front of it, and it just says, dance in French and waltz down here. Hope I'm in frame. Looks like I am. Push this over a little bit. So anyway, so let's take a walk through. We'll do this little one first. This is just, just a place to write and some fun papers for her to use in another journal if she wants to kind of tear this apart. There's some ledger and, this flips out. Nothing special, just scraps that I had left, and so I wanted to make it. And then this is just one of the cards we made on a video, and it just slides out like that. It's just a little hidden journaling card. Those are so fun. And then I have a little tag in here, and then I embellished it here with some lace and a butterfly. And then on the front is just a little card with a teacup and a lady holding it with a lace glove on. I just pictured her wearing, you know, something like that. And this is a tag from a journaling card that I backed with some pink cardstock. So that slips right inside there. And then I have some of my shorthand book and a book page, and then scraps. I did this all from stuff that was on my desk left over from, you know, whatever I was working on. So some French book page out of one of my French books, which I'm so fortunate to have. And then, yeah, another page. And then just more scraps. This is some more of that gingham paper I just love. I have lots of colors, and I also have the polka dot, and I just love it. I use it in all my journals because it's just, I love polka dots and I love gingham, and I emboss it so it looks even prettier. If you can see the embossing in that. And this is just a printable digital tea stain, lace tea stain paper. And the other page, that book page. And this is just backed with, I downloaded some of my, I saved my coffee stained paper. I just scanned it into my computer, and then I backed my pages with it. Oh no, this is the ledger page, but I do that with some of my pages. I think I have some in here, but this is ledger. And this is shorthand. Another printable lace paper. Some more ledger. And then some of that beautiful paper from the kit. It's a doilies. And then the pumpkin. So yeah. Kind of reminded me of Cinderella and, you know, getting home from, you know, the, getting home from the ball, but in time. But anyway, and then there's a pumpkin back here. And this slides, so she could even, you know, remove this if she wanted to, so. But it stays on very securely. So, and then there's the little dangle that I made. I'm not a jewelry maker, but I try hard, and it's just got some gold and some pink and a little blingy there. So yeah, so that's that. And then here she is. Just move the candle out a little bit so you can see better. And then in here is just I put some buttons here. Iron frame. Let me move this up a little bit. Push this back and move this up. Okay, so down here I have some buttons that I sewed on some lace, and then I backed it with some sari silk. And then I put this matching little, it matches, you know, the sari. It's got like a little glass bead in there. Little dangle, and then it just opens up, and I have some cards in there for her to write on. This is my like third or fourth time videoing this, so I'm not going to take everything out of it, but I did a lot of this on video, so you've seen it. I just haven't done a complete walkthrough of it all put together. So yeah, something I did a long time. Oh, there's that paper clip I was looking for. I did this a long time ago. I just, I fussy cut out a whole bunch of different things, and I glued them onto this doily, and then I put some glossy accents on the hedgehog, and it just says Sweet Autumn Days on it. And then here is an over the book page flip that I made, and that's from the kit. And then I collaged, you know, the whole inside. And then I have a little dance card in here from a scrap, and it says Waltz on it. And I backed those with the same scrap that I had there. And then just put that in there. And this goes over here. Oh, my candle smells so good. It's balsam cedar. Oh, it smells so good. Yeah, I'm past Thanksgiving. I'm on to Christmas. Yeah, all my fall stuff is put away, thank God. Well, I have a little bit left. I still have a little bit left to put away, but and I've been pulling for Christmas, but not too much because I didn't want to get too confused. So this is the coffee stain paper that I back my papers with. So, and this is an envelope inspired by Ruby and Pearl, Heather. And you just open it up, and it's got 2 pockets, and I just put some cards in each pocket. And that just slides right inside this pocket. And this is from the kit, so beautiful. And then the pumpkin that closes it. And then in here, we did this on camera. We made this pocket, and it's got a tag here, this tag here with a little snippet on it. And then this is like an envelope, and I put a fabric snippet that I make. I make these all the time when I need to relax. And this is all printed on fabric. I print a bunch of stuff on fabric and then tear it all up and then use it in my snippets. And some laces and some other fabrics and what have you. And then you just lift this up, and this is just a little card that has a mirror and a brush. And I just thought, oh, that would be pretty. She probably had something like that on her dresser while she got ready for the waltz. And on the back, it's just some embossed paper. And I just stuck that right in this little tuck spot. And in here is just a book with some roses on it, and then back with tea stain paper. I love to take pictures. I stage everything in the house. My husband's always like, what are you doing now? Got, you know, his dad's camera out, and, you know, my mother-in-law's pearls, and yeah. But I just love it. I love doing it. And then using them in my journals. And then this is an over the book page flip. I gotta put a little tag in there. I'll find one. This is a doily that I printed and put on this part and just, you know, trimmed around the doily. But isn't that beautiful? Looks like a hanky or something that's over that. And then these are some bows that I just layered. And then I just put some stickles around this one. And it kind of turned this a little green, but it looks really pretty. It looks like it's, you know, tarnished a little bit. So pretty. I love the way it turned out. And so yeah. And this is just some vintage wallpaper that I embossed and just took some scraps and collaged it. And then back here I have a little matchbook notepad that I make all the time, and a pumpkin she can stick someplace if she wants, and another little tag in there. And that flips right over the page. And you don't have to put a paper clip on this, but I just do because what did I do with it? Oh well, I'll find it again. So yeah, sometimes I just put a paper clip on it, but you don't have to. And this is just a piece of tracing paper that I print on because I like to have tracing paper in my journals. Another page from the kit. And then in here is another one of those pockets. It's got an envelope in it with some tulle and a little piece of a doily, a button with some, you know, threads, whatever. And then in here I have some French ledger. No, it's a French document. But my printer was running out of ink, but I love that purple, so I always let it just keep printing until it runs out. And then I just have these little girls. I include them in all my journals. They're just little, like little Polaroids of these little girls. And I just love them. So yeah, I put them in my journals. And that goes inside this pocket. And then this is a tag that I made. And I just put some of this tulle over it. And it's just so pretty. And then it's got, I sewed across there with a, it's like a leaf pattern. And this is embossed in the back. And I just glued this onto this. So yeah. And then that goes inside that pocket. And then this one I love. This is my favorite tag. I embossed here on the vintage wallpaper. And then this is some French letter and scanned. And then it doesn't have a pocket up here. It's just kind of raggedy. And then this is a picture from a magazine of a ball gown. And then this just says Waltz. And then on the back is a little pumpkin in that French script. You can see the stitching, that leaf embroidery stitching. But I love this tag. So pretty. I hope she likes it. Oh, and I put some of that tulle on it as well. I don't know if it's showing up in the camera, but it sparkles. So it's really pretty. It's the same tulle that's on this one. Another over the page flip. I did this on camera. It's got some script in it. It's got a little envelope that you can flip open. This idea came from Jennifer at Tracy Sparkle. Yeah. And then a little flower and little lace. And then back here is a picture of some embroidered coin purses. And so I made a tag out of it because I thought maybe that would be something she would carry with her to the Waltz. I have the paper clip in my hand. Oh, it goes on this. Oh dear, it's very early. I have some coffee here my husband made me. I was up at 3 and then I stayed up. So yeah, that just flips over the page. And then again, another one of those pockets. And I put this little doily piece on it because it reminded me of a sweater. And if you notice, like her pages, it just, you know, the blanket and things like that. So I incorporated this in with it. See, like a little blanket under here. And then there's a card in here. This, I think, is from a different kit of hers. I don't remember. And this says, Autumn is beautiful. I use all of her kits in my journals. So they all go very well together. I suggest you just buy all of them and just have them all. These are just from my stash. But I thought maybe she would have some donuts and tea in the morning and then some cupcakes at the Waltz. And they're in French, so I just thought that those would be cute to add. And then this is just a card that I made out of the kit. And back here it's got some writing space with some vintage ledger that I had that I just glued on the back and a tag. There's some hot cocoa and marshmallows. And it's got some lace. You could tuck something up under there if you wanted to. I didn't. I just thought of it actually. And then let me just pull that back up. Oh, there it goes. So many pockets in this. Very handy. This actually goes down inside this pocket, and this one slides inside this pocket. Here we go. And this just is decoration, just a little snippet that I cut off of something, scrap. And then I put some, this is one of my printed doilies, and I backed it with a pink tea-stained, pink avocado stained doily, and then I just put 2 prayer cards in each side. There's one, and there's, oops, another one. So I put those in there. And then this is just a paper clip that holds this faux envelope. And it's actually got some tea-stained tissue paper, not tissue paper, tracing paper, and a whole bunch of pictures. Like, I love to take pictures, and then I have them developed into 4x4s by Shutterfly because it's free. You just pay for shipping. And so I always add them to my journals because, I mean, I have dozens of my gardens and things like that. So, and I just love photography. I'm a very novice photographer, but I just love taking pictures. I do. So there's a ton in there, so I'm not going to take them all out. And then the paper clip I made is just some pumpkins. And I put some foam tape under this one to make it look 3D in here. And then I lined it with some embossed tea-stained paper. So, yeah. Yeah, these are fun to make. I love making paper clips. And then this goes right on here. And this is just a printed doily. It's not a real doily. On some polka dot paper. So I just love polka dots and gingham. So girl. I'm such a girl. And that just slides under there. And you could tuck something under there as well if you wanted to. And then some more pages. And then the other side of that printed on tracing paper. And then this is another one of my printed doilies that I made that I put on a vellum pocket. And then inside is a snippet that I made. And it's got a little ball pin on it in case she wants to hang it on something. And I just put some French knots and some little leaves. And it's all just laces, toile, pink toile, more lace. And I printed on this. These are all printed on vintage napkins. I like it better than the muslin. Comes out better, I think. So, yeah. And that just slides in there, and it just looks pretty in there, you know. And this is faux washi. I made one of these, I think. I actually think I made this one on video. I made one of them on video. I just don't remember which one. Here's one of the, this is from one of her different kits. And then inside here is one of those secret, you know, little writing cards. And this originally was one of these. So she had 3 of them. So I cut this off, this part. I cut it off. And then on this card and this card, I cut this one and this one off and glued it to this one. I just, you know, cut this down so it would fit inside here. So anybody that has this kit, you could make this with this kit very easily because it comes with a bunch of these. And then you just, you know, cut the top off of this one and leave the rest of it. And I just cut that one down. It just slides right inside here. Oh dear. I do this all the time when I'm on video. Otherwise it would slide right in and no problem. And then when you slide it down, it matches up. Like so. Well, here you go. See? That. It looks like a little clipboard. She makes it very easy when she designs her digitals, and they're very unique. And then in this pocket, I just put some of my vellum butterflies so she can play with those. I just love these because, like I said, the antennae is still there. Go back a couple of videos if you're interested in making some faux vellum. And then some more butterflies and tags in there that I made into vellum as well. She could play with. And then this is another one of those And this one I backed with, I didn't back it. I just put the doily right on top of the vellum just to keep it strong. And then I made another one of those snippets in here. And, you know, printed on the linen and added some fabrics and some tulle and some more tulle because it's pretty. But I just have a whole little cigar box of these now. I'm so happy. I just make them when I need to relax. I can't see very well still. I'm still waiting to have my surgery. I was supposed to have it, but then we had the hurricane and my surgeon still has no office. So he's actually moving up to Venice. So we're just waiting for all of that, and that's fine. So yeah, so that's very simple. And then just the faux washi. And there it is. I love these printed doilies. I'm using them all the time. I found an easier way to do it too. I'll show y'all in one of my videos. And then this flips open. I have another one of those in there. I hope I'm in frame. And then this is my magic paper clip. I think I've showed it before. Put a little snippet there with some Battenberg lace and some tulle and a little button. And these buttons I love. The mother pearl buttons. I got like, I think there were 50 of them for $5. They were filthy. I had to wash them like 1,000 times. Not 1,000 times, but my husband couldn't believe the bowl. It just kept, the water was like mud, but they're so beautiful. I have some more over here. And they have really deep cat eyes. I don't know if you can see those in the picture, but oh my gosh, they are gorgeous, gorgeous buttons. I love buttons. I collect buttons. And then it closes. It's got magnets underneath this wallpaper. And it's just little magnets from the Dollar Tree. They're not very strong. I'm out of my strong ones, but it worked. And this is really heavy because it's one of those altered envelopes. And I have a lot of paper here. I have these two cardstock tags. And then I have a tag in here that you pull out. And then this, I turned the inside, I turned the envelope inside out, and then I covered this part with the paper so that I could have a pocket. And you know what I mean? I hope that makes sense, how I did that. So yeah, and it just slides out like this, and then the pink is there, and it's here, and then it's down there. So when it goes down here, you have your picture here, and then the pink, and it wraps around. These are so easy to make. You could make 1,000 of them a day. I love making these. And when you turn it inside out, I think the pattern looks pretty. It gives you a base, you know, to start instead of white. Just an idea. So you open that, and you just clip it right on, and it holds it real fine, real well. And some polka dotted paper, and I think that's it. Yep, that's it. So I'm praying that I can get this up, and I'll do, I'll repost the link on my Facebook so that y'all can see it, because it is so pretty. And that fell out. I can put that in there. So that is her, and she is so beautiful, and I really love her. Did I show you this? My envelope that I made inside that pocket. This is printed fabric, and then I have some tags in here. These are paper tags that are backed. You know, I backed them with tea stained, I think it's file folder. It's very heavy, so it is file folder. And then this is fabric that I printed on. This is toile that I have. And then this I printed on from the Graphic Fairies. It's a French postcard that I printed on fabric. And then I just put some a little bit of felt, just a very thin piece of felt in the middle. And then I put a mother of pearl button there. So yeah, so pretty. I love it. So that's an idea too, if you're looking for some ideas and you like to print on fabric. So that little postcard just goes right inside there. And so that's her. I'm glad I went back because I don't think I showed you that. And yeah, so I won't tie her back up because I won't tie you up. Oh, and I put a 3 pamphlet stitch, and I used some silver that I have and because I thought it just went really well with the journal rather than doing the wax thread. So I'd like to get some of that in gold too. I haven't found any in gold, but I'll have to look. So anyway, that's her. I hope you enjoyed her. And I'll likely see you again this afternoon because I came up with an idea and I want to share it. So until I see you again, be well, be safe, and God bless. Oh, and don't forget, sign up for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm almost at 1,000. And I just can't believe it. Thank you so much for your encouragement, your joy, your comments are amazing. I'm just so glad that I'm able to give back and inspire you in some way. So put your name in the comment section. Tell me where you're from so I can put you on the list for my drawing, which will be a handmade journal from me and some other goodies for some runner-up prizes that I have in mind. And so yeah, just leave a comment telling me where you're from in my videos. And once I reach 1,000 subscribers, anyone who has left a comment as to where they're from will be entered into the drawing. So tell all your friends and stop by. And I was trying to go back into all of my comments when I had no videos and replying to all of you, but it's just taken me so long. So I'm just gonna, for now, I'm just gonna keep up with the comments that have been in the past couple of weeks that I've been able to video. Okay? So, that said, until next time, bye-bye.